Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee this morning. I've got my beautiful Sun Glory mug. When I was a little girl, I used to make these all the time, and my grandmother had this old milk can that she painted, and she had me paint both sides of it, and one was with the Sun Glory, and she loved that. Good morning, Barbara. Okay, well, it's been an interesting few days for me. I hope you all have had a little bit easier physical time than I have, but the good thing is that it's most of it is gone now. It was weird, very interesting, which made me understand that this really was an energetic thing. Good morning, Grace. And so that is, I think, one of the easiest messages I want to give you is that nothing happens to us without reason, and it is always for our highest and best good. So when something difficult is around, ask what it is you wanted from this, what it is you wanted to learn, you need from this, that you can take away from this, because there is something in it. And the understanding that I got was this was just an energetic thing. There's very strong energy coming in. Good morning, Amber. And the strong energy, as we are physical beings, can wreak havoc with our physical. There was not 1 inch of me that was not in pain, and with no reason. I mean, literally, from the top of my head to my toes, everything hurt. It's like, this is not anything normal. This is not anything like my norm. And it was like that for 2 days, and thankfully it has moved on. So honestly, I don't know what it was about. Well, no, that is not true. There is a lot of clearing. I'm doing a lot of growth. Good morning, Heidi. I was thinking about you yesterday because I was with a friend at Al's. I know you don't work there anymore, but you did come to mind. I hope your new job is wonderful. So the overall meaning. So this is the beginning of a new moon. Tomorrow it actually is a new moon. And it is a great time to manifest. So from now through Saturday, Sunday, focus on what you want. Daydream it. Get a picture of it in your mind. But more important than the visualization of it is the emotion that goes with that when it is your truth. The visualization is important because today's overall message is, we didn't get, it didn't shift. That's funny because I hit that button and a change happened, and then I was thinking, well, it looks different behind me. So anyway, practice visualization. This is Caroline Mace's healing cards. And I'll tell you, I've had these for a while. They did not resonate with me until this healing after the last 9 months. Visualize what you need to heal or create in your life. The image needs to fill all 7 chakras. So consciously place that picture into each of them. With your breath, animate those images, bring them to life, and fill your being. Your goal to practice and believe in the power of visualization. So I have done some releasing. One of the things that has been surprising for me that came up was Nadine Pearl says, I did, but it was delayed. Nadine, can you expand on that? Because I don't know exactly what it is. Good morning, Evie. One of the things that really is present for me and that I've been clearing layers of is anger. Anger so much, and I never would have thought, truly, it's never a way I would have described myself. I'm pretty happy-go-lucky most of the time. There's been so much anger coming up that I've had to do a lot of releasing and clearing about it. And so I am ready to be done with that. It is, okay, the shift in my screen now. What did you say? It did, but it was delayed. Oh, okay, so let me see if I've got that. I'm chuckling because of what no, it's not shifted. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So, whatever it is that keeps coming up for you, that keeps presenting itself to you in different ways, that's something you want to clear. And there are different methods to be used. I have some different healing tools, some places I go. I have a healing room that I use and that I teach people. In fact, in that 30 minutes for 30 days, that's going to be part of that, because living in your own power comes by managing your energy. And that means, we are all just energy. Our spirit is energy. So you can't separate one from the other. As you manage your energy, you keep bringing yourself back to a place where your power is present, and that is the divine aspect of who you are. And so learning to shed the things that no longer serve you and do that on a regular basis keeps your vibration higher. Good morning, Julie. And keeps you in a place of greater, Julie, I love the name Jewel so much that I don't think I'm going to call you Julie anymore. I think I'm just going to have to call you Jewel. That is just such a beautiful, beautiful name, and it brings up such beauty when I think about it. So, as you manage your own energy, then what you're shedding on others is a higher vibration as well. And that brings us to the Don Miguel Ruiz card for today. You are an angel and your life is your message. I'll tell you what, I don't really want the message of my life these last few weeks to be how it continues forward, because this has not been a really positive type of thing a lot of the time. But again, I choose to move forward differently. I don't want to stay in a place that is uncomfortable. You can be a message of lies, fear, and destruction. And I got to tell you, destruction is kind of the message I've been feeling within me and wanting to put out. There have been, I've mentioned this, 2 people that attacked me through the process of what I've been doing with my sister's estate. And holy cow, I had not been able to let go of them and allow them and give them compassion and grace. And I haven't wanted to. That's been the thing. It's like it's fueled something in me to keep that anger at them. And those 2 women have been the focus of my anger. And as I was thinking about that this morning, I got the message, you need to work on the compassion around her, release her. And I went, I don't want to. It seems to fuel. Hello, Dawn. I hope you're doing well, honey. I've wanted to use that because I have had so much anger coming up. So here is my card for today. Let go of resentment. It was like, oh, geez. So really that's what I'm going to work on today as I work on that 30 days for 30 minutes program that's coming up. That's going to be what I spend most of my day doing. And for me, this part of the program is the easy part. It's the technical part for me that just gets me, has in the past, up until now, put me in a place of great frustration. And so I did have a bit of an opening last night about that with one of the programs I'm going to use. So wish me great success in getting the technical part of the 30 days for 30-minute program going, because it's really, I'm receiving so much and amazing stuff. So and with what I just told you about where I've been in my life, know that we don't have to be perfect to receive and to grow and to be able to change where we're at. We're never going to be perfect. So you can still receive the things you want to be bringing to the world and growing that and understanding that and learning from that, even if you're in a place like I've been of just being pissed off for quite some time now. So, you can be a message of lies, fears, and destruction, or a messenger of truth, love, and creation. But you cannot deliver lies and truth at the same time. So know that you have a choice here. Where do you choose to stand in all of this? And the emotions that make you feel heavy, that aren't pleasant, that don't feel good, you're not a slave to them. You have a choice to shed them. And so that 30 days for 30-minute program is going to give some tools for that. So just keep that in mind, because it's a cheap way to get tools to manage your own energy and to move you forward and to give you greater confidence in your ability to interact with the divine aspects and become more and more of who you came to be. So the first card in this reading today is a Nine of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. And that, with what I just shared with you, that is really the key. You just keep moving forward. You keep knowing that you had something. I know my Tay. It's one of those things. This poor little gal, the one, I've been able to release one, but this little gal is going to show up at my sister's celebration of life. And I can, the things I've played out in my head that I want to say to her, this is not productive to me living in the way that I want to live. And she is a pathetic woman. All of that I know in my head. And I do trust that by the time Saturday the 11th, when we are in that celebration of life, I will have some grace for her and I will be able to allow her into my space. I can't tell you the mean things I've thought about her, but that is who we are as people. We are never going to be perfect in this world, but we do have a choice. We don't have to stay where we don't want to be. Managing our own energy is key in that process. Stay determined and move forward, be prepared for any possibility. So, and the other thing that came about was environmental activism. Whatever your truth is, whatever it is you've been wanting to live in your life, focus on that and just keep taking, even if it's a half step every day towards that. This anger energy for me has been one I've been working on. The other part of that is I was given the insight that this anger is not just about losing my sister. It is generations of anger that I came in to clear. I came in to clear a couple of generational energies. One is great fear, and I've lived in fear most of my life. And so the clearing, remember, as you start releasing things, it can be very, very unpleasant because as it went in, it's going to come out. So know that you didn't fail. You didn't take a step backward when you're releasing certain things that make you... I'm wishing you a groovy day too, Christina. As you clear the negative aspects that you don't want to live in anymore, they're gonna feel crappy coming out because that's the truth of them coming back through. We've buried them down. We've tamped them down. We can't live with that and live in our highest and best. So as you release it, it's gonna come back up. And then if you came also to do generational work, that's huge and it's a lot. And so know that you're gonna get beaten up emotionally and mentally and physically, pretty much within yourself. And there are gonna be, I just got a little great insight. There are gonna be people that show up in your life that are gonna make that happen. And like my Tay, your mother-in-law, has been that for you, to show you this little gal is one of those. And I know both of these women were there to show me, and I have asked, and there bits and pieces of what I wanted to know have come up, but like I said, just this moment, I received that insight that this one particular that is left in my anger has come to show me something big. When we really can ask and get what that is, it does become easier to give them the love that we will give other people and actually love them and release them from our ire and our ilk and all that mean stuff we want to say to them. So ask what that is, my Tay. I'd love to hear from you when you get some insights about it, as well as how to release it. So the next card for today is the Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change and extremes in how you save or spend money. So watch that today. But no, again, as you give someone else grace, you receive grace. You don't have to get it from them. They are a catalyst for you to see something you need to work on. And like I said, to this point, I haven't been able to give her grace because I haven't wanted to give her grace. Why? Honestly, I'm not all that sure. Like I said, I know there's a lot of anger coming up now, but it is more than just my anger. It is also anger that I have stuffed down for years. Like I said, I would never have called myself an angry person, But I've had many, many reasons, especially as a young child, to be angry. And I never allowed it to happen because it wasn't pleasant and I never really felt the right to live there. So I shoved it. It is now coming up. I mentioned, I don't know, a while ago to you that by the time my sister passed, and certainly thereafter, I was so depleted and I knew I needed to be that way, but I didn't know why. This is one of the reasons, is that this stuff that was holding me back needed to come out. I no longer had the energy to keep it stuffed down. So it is coming up, and it is 4 months since she passed. Obviously not very long, and yet it feels like a lifetime. I've spent a lifetime tamping this anger down, tamping the fear down, swallowing it. It is coming up, and it is going to be, it is being released, but it is going to affect you again. So just know that. It's not a step backwards that you're taking. Yeah, Dawn said she had to let herself off the hook too, because people that hurt you don't give a second thought. It does help to know that they were a catalyst for you to be aware of something that you want to let go of. Then you can let go of them or the anger around them. It's like, I'm going to have to interact with this gal. Sort of. I did tell my nephew to keep her away from me, and I hope she does. But I know that by the time, just because of what I just received, I knew she was a catalyst, but it came through more clearly, and with it came through some grace for her. So thank you for that, Creator. The page of Raphael is the next: gentle, loving, dreaming, open-hearted. Yeah, I can absolutely use some gentleness towards this woman. New emotional situation. Yay! I'm hoping this resonates with you, because I'll tell you what, I have not been in a very comfortable emotional situation, so I am so grateful for this message. I knew that by the end of this week there would be breakthroughs. And again, this new moon is the time to manifest. So allow what you want to come through for you. Feel the emotion of it. Feel how good it's going to be feeling as you receive what it is you've been wanting to manifest. Great intuitive insights. So yay, and I've already had one this morning, and I'm betting there's a few of you that are getting some of those too. Please do message me, let me know what's going on, because that always feels great. I've had some really great messages from some of you this last few days about how these readings have helped you and how much you look forward to them, and thank you so much for that. I love doing them, and I love being in this space. I have to prepare myself before I come on now, more so than I ever did. And that for me is perfect, because it will help me get to a place of where I choose to be rather than where I've been. Reflect and redirect your energy, because where we're at right now, many of us, we're at an impasse. So reflect and redirect your energy. Again, learn to manage your energy. Allow you to take charge, and that's not control. All the energy management is done as you invite your Creator in to help give you insights. All of that just makes it easier for us to accept, allow, and live in the path that we came to live in this life. We are powerful creators. We are light workers. We want the good for those around us most of the time. Good morning, Sandy. I am so glad to hear that, Sandy. Sandy and I had a great conversation. So, Sandy, I have to tell you something. That day that we had our reading was the day before when one of the ladies viciously attacked me, and I was in a horrible space. And when I was doing Sandy's reading, I was not well and went on to become very ill that evening. But there was a lot coming up well, and it took me 2 weeks. I just did 2 weeks of chilling, and that has been very, very healing for me. So know that if you get those things, those illnesses that come along, what did I choose this for? What did I need this for? And how can I, good morning, Marshall, how can I move forward and heal what it is that's coming up now and release it. And so just living with that place of your power, knowing that you can make the changes in your life. You don't have to get someone else to do that for you. And that includes physical healing. I'm not saying to any of you who may be dealing with really scary physical things that you don't go through the medical system. I'm saying, as I named my company Holistic You with the W, healing happens on the energetic level and the physical level. So work with the energies to do the healing you want, to stay well if you've had some physical stuff that you don't want to be living with anymore. So, and allow yourself to move forward in your spiritual, energetic being as well as your physical. So I'm going to look up the Earth card that I just got because I don't know. Imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavors, co-creative abilities. Perfect for this new moon energy. Co-creative, the ability to imagine and create what you want. Great power with this moon to help us in that process and move forward more powerfully in our own lives, which then powerfully affects those around us. So a very powerful reading. Ooh, and a very long one this morning. Thank you all for joining me. I so appreciate your comments, your support, and your love. If you know someone who could benefit from this, please pass it on to them. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom-guided oracle, and we just had coffee. Love and light to you all.